Hi, I'm Lord of 76 Marios, and I am not very happy right now. I'll save this as regular scheme. I gotta go back to Armament Sarge's to strafe. And yeah, I'm not really happy because I did this recording and then Audacity screwed up, so guess what I could not save? That's right, children. I could not save the video, so I have to destroy this guy, I have to destroy this guy, I have to destroy this guy. This level's kind of confusing if you don't play it.
Alright, move out.
Okay, so you have to go down here. I thought it killed you when you went down here, but yeah, even though after I shoot at him, he just still keeps walking, so whatever. Now I need to find Trap. You may have noticed that all of the areas I've covered have no people in them anymore. So where could Trap be if there's just a wall over here? Oh, I see. The door raises up, so now I have to go up here. You got me.
Alright, move out.
If this recording doesn't work, I'm just considering. Once again, that's a close call for Riff.
Alright, move out.
Now I have to find Plastro. The rest of the mission's a piece of cake because you're not timed. I say that exaggerated, like time. What a surprise, I got tiny snipers. And they're owning me. Now you don't want to kill Plastro because, you know, we want him alive because, well, he killed thousands of our men, but we still want him alive. I have no clue where I am right now, in the back of the arcade or whatever, but there you go. That's Armament Sarge's Heroes 2. And you get to watch a cutscene. I love happy endings. And there's a Scooby-Doo reference right there for you people. I apologize again because, well, my cold is really acting up today. I'm recording this just after the other part. And you know what's funny? I ended this in 15 segments. Which is pretty even for ending a segment on something. I'm sure even isn't. I mean, blech. 15 is not an even number, but still, it's one of those numbers that I like to end on. Like 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Anything that has a 5 or 0 on the end, that's the ones I like to end on. Unlike my last Let's Play, which ended on, like, I think 26, maybe. I don't know. And once again we see Jim Cummings and Susan Blue, the only two voice actors for the Nintendo 64 version, because, well, all they had to do was stand in front of the thing and make grunting noises and go like ha ha and stuff. And that's it. I would play another game for you right now, but that would just confuse you guys. So, in return, I have my review for both games, so I hope you enjoy. It's finally over. After 31 segments of torture and booby traps and nothing but green all over my screen, I'm finally finished with Army and Sarge's Heroes. How did I like the game? I didn't really like the game. It was very mediocre. Even for a Nintendo 64 game. I mean, the controls were very stiff. Especially in the first game, where when you walked left and right, it had a little camera angle pan and you, like, turned around a little bit. That kind of annoyed me when I was playing with a controller. It didn't really matter much when I'm playing with a keyboard, but if you're planning on playing this game with a controller, then you're gonna get screwed over between the two games, because Army Men Sarge's Heroes 2 has a way different control scheme than Army Men Sarge's Heroes 1, and I really got confused as to why 3DO thought they should change the control scheme. I mean, it worked in the first game. Well, it didn't really work, but at least we know how to play the game. Why do you have to change it up? That kind of ruins the whole thing. I mean, but I digress. The level design was, although really quirky at some times, it was straightforward. I mean, it was easy enough to understand, but sometimes I just think that some of this stuff is unreal. Like, all those stuffs piled up in certain like piles and stuff so that Sarge can climb onto them in the real world. I really doubt that would really happen in real life. And, well, now I'm questioning about the game being having any type of realism whatsoever, but of course it doesn't, because, well, it's plastic people fighting on kitchen tables and living rooms and in their own world too. But the plot was, of course, anyone could make the plot for an Army Men game. I mean, basically, it's the plot of a 6-year-old. The bad guys invade, they capture all the good guys, and Sarge has to rescue them and all that. They could have done a better job with the plot, but I suppose the plot wasn't a big deal. I guess the actual gameplay. The game, in retrospect, is not that hard. It's meh-ish difficulty, I suppose. It's alright, but you know, sometimes I just think sometimes because I die is because, well, I either bug out or I get ambushed by like 2 tanks and something like that. That just really ticks me off. It's just more time consuming having to put all the big enemies out there, like the robots that shoot miniguns out of their arms. Those were really time consuming and challenging to beat, but not in the way I expected. It was just it was more of a chore beating the giant enemies than it was the small ones. The small ones were easy because you could just shoot them with a carbine and they'd be dead, but I don't really have much of a problem with this game because, you know, I played it as a child and, well, needless to say, I did like it a little bit, but I never really got past the first, second, third, or fourth level, and there's a reason behind that. Because the game is kind of bugged up, and, well, the AI is really, really horrible, and the cutscenes just... Nintendo 64 wasn't made for cutscenes at all, Nick. So, both of them get the same score, 5.5 out of 10. So, I hope you enjoyed, and look for more Let's Plays in the future, and I'll see you around.